We are back with Resident Evil 4 Otome Edition. We just did the actual play as Ashley segment, and we got a bunch of stuff, and first things first, I should give Leon all the stuff I found. Yeah. Hey Leon, I found a bunch of things while we were split up. You should take them. Oh, good job. Yeah, I'll take whatever I can get. Now, should I give Leon everything I picked up, or keeping that in for myself? You never know when you might need to barter. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Chat, if you could help me out, I would greatly appreciate it. Should I give all items, or keep one treasure? I don't even know which treasure I would be keeping. It looks like we're leaning in the keep a treasure. Okay. How naughty of me. Now, which one should I keep? Okay, the purple outlined ones. So, chat, are we going to keep the bangle, the spinel, or the blue velvet? The bangle is worth the most, the blue velvet is worth the second most, and the spinel is worth the least. I see bangle, I see velvet. Oh, she had the spindle in her image? Wow, alright. I wonder if the picture having the spindle... Yeah, people are suggesting, oh, the picture has her with the spindle. Alright, I'll keep the cheapest one. Surely this rock has to be worth something, at least a couple of hot dogs. Oh, it's been a while since Leon got buzzed. Maybe HQ finally reestablished a connection? If they want to blow a hole in the ceiling and air Lotus out of here, I am ready. That's certainly an interesting way to talk to one's supervisors. Oh god, who is he talking to? Is this Salazar? Okay, so that's probably Romaine being a teeny-peeny, but still, this is a weird conversation. Once Leon and Salad were done hurling theater metaphors at each other, we briskly jogged down the long hallway to the exit. Moving into the next room, I was struck by how warm it was. Compared to the draft I had endured in the cellar, it was downright sweltering. Oh yeah, this place with the goofy-ass wheeled thing. Hello there, Jim Goose. Good evening, and welcome to the stream. Is this lava? Jesus, I've wined and dined with plenty of rich pricks in America, but even most of them would blush at my floor is actually lava.
Wait here.
Okay. Oh wait, that's Resident Evil 0. Darn. There goes my lifelong dream of riding a giant rusty Segway across a lava moat. Yeah, what the hell is this? It's so stupid. Leon sure does love leaving me out in the open. It's almost like he's daring Salad to send his goons out to grab me. Yeah, it's like reverse psychology. With enough swagger, even the dumbest ideas can seem smart. From what I remember, this is genuinely safe. And yeah, Dragon Ace, if you want theater in an action game, play some of the Devil May Cries. I remember, I think it's Dante and Agnes literally do a stage play before their fight in Devil May Cry 4. It's bizarre, and I don't get it. Who knows how long Leon will be over there, though? Surely it'll be more than a few minutes. Enough time to go see Lotus, maybe? Even though he's dead? I can't deny my morbid curiosity, I mean, desire for closure. Surely Leon would understand, and if I get back before he does, no harm done. Come on, Ashley, let's go before your resolve falters. Really? Okay, well this is not canon. Luis, my god, I knew it was going to be bad, but this is... How do you hole punch a human being? Poor Luis. He put his life on the line and I never showed him any real appreciation. Being a hero isn't what it's cracked up to be anymore. We didn't get off on the best footing, but deep down I believe he was a good person. I mean, jerk with the heart of gold. It's classic. I can't help but wonder what might have been. No way. I love these stupid scenes. Wow! I love her, like... I love her, like, sneer. Okay, I'm sorry, but the smell is like 1,000 rotten salads cackling in my nose. I gotta go. I hate how unceremonious this is, just letting him bleed out on his marble. I wish I could give him a proper burial, or at least leave some kind of memento, but all he gave me was some bedroom eye. I looked away, trying to choke back tears, but I couldn't keep my eyes from morbidly gravitating toward the hole in his chest. Okay, jeez. I feel this disturbing urge to put something in the hole, something smooth and oval-shaped. Why am I thinking about a dead man's body like it's an item puzzle? Huh. Yeah, Fakafan, put gem in chest. Insert gem. In chest. I do have this thing. Wow, chat, you are geniuses with this. Moles intensely. Do I place the spindle or do I hold on to it in case Ashley's picture means something else later? We do have a perfectly oval-shaped thing for the oval-shaped hole. I don't know if that's going to mean anything later. What do I do? Oh god, Anthesius. We're not even at sea and we're dealing with dead men's chests. Ay. And it looks like everyone's leaning into place because this is just begging for the opportunity. Have it your way, conscience. If anyone asks, I'm blaming you. Well, it certainly makes a statement. Yeah, I just totally wasted that treasure. Boy, this is some crazy stupid love. Luis, I really want to thank you for... Thanks for the... Goodbye, Luis. Well, we did it. And yeah, Dragon Ace, magnificence chest ahead, like it's Souls. Grab with both hands. Shortly after I arrived back in the lava room, Leon came waltzing out, and from what I could tell, with all his lovely flesh unmelted. Oh god, this was... Was this where he had to shoot a bunch of guys and take down those dragon head things that have snipers on them? And here I thought cool lava was just a thing that happened in video games. Yeah! So how was the lava? Yeah, that's real interesting. We headed down the short flight of stairs to what looked like one of those tram cars you see in old-timey Tunnel of Love rides. Is it too much to dream? Yeah, again. This is absurd. Oh wow, check out this upholstery. The ride might be disappointing, but at least the cushions will be sumptuous. Yeah, what is this? This really is just a ride. Episode 28, hey! Peace Train. With Leon directly in front of me, I became nervous and self-conscious. We haven't really had much in the way of conversation since the gondola. Maybe this would be a good time to catch up. Hey. Whoa, did Leon just initiate conversation? I feel like a deer in headlights, but I can't let this opportunity pass me by. Lay on the charm, Ash. Yeah? Before I forget, I need to give you something. Give me something? Come on, foot massage. Yeah. Luis gave this to me before he... Well, you probably need to take it. Leon produced a small bottle of pills from his pocket and handed it out to me. Could it be... drugs? And here I was giving Luis a hard time for not delivering. But just to be safe and also not squander Leon's rare inclination for human speech, I inquired further. What is this exactly? Luis said it suppresses growth of the parasite. You got that injection a while before me, so I figure you need to take this. Let's see. It says to take 3 pills, preferably on an empty stomach. That should be pretty easy, considering. I almost wish it wasn't. I'm so hungry. I know. You're doing great. Just try to stay strong. I promise I'll get you out of here. I swallowed the pills and choked a little, not quite realizing just how parched my throat was. Tears began to bead in my eyes. I turned my head from Leon to brush them away and also figure out what to say next. Let's talk about Luis. So, the merchant. Remember, Luis is dead, and Leon personally killed the merchant, even though I expect him to come back later. It looks like chat is already divided on which option to choose. It looks like we're leaning slightly merchant. Ginger. Let's do it. So, I've been meaning to ask you since, well, my freak out, but, yeah. Was there some reason you killed the merchant? What? You know, when we were in that room with the statues on the ceiling, and you took that grenade out of the treasure box and threw it. You can stop looking at me like I'm crazy. Sorry, I'm a little worried about you. Maybe the stress is getting to you. Are you kidding me? What do you mean? Well, don't take this the wrong way or anything, but I didn't throw anything at that guy. But I saw you. You threw that grenade at the merchant, and he died. Listen, you probably just hallucinated. This thing inside of us, it messes with your mind. Hallucinated? But it was... No way. Did I actually hallucinate it? I seriously thought that Leon was starting to gaslight us. Oh my god. Sounds like you're coming around. Why, Leon? Why is this happening? I didn't tell you this, but before I rescued you from the church, I coughed up blood and fainted just outside the cabin. Or a cabin. You fainted? Yeah. Going by what Louis said, it was probably when the egg hatched. Anyway, just before I came around, I had a nightmare. It felt incredibly real at the time. Like I thought there were things moving through my veins. But it was all in my head. Maybe that's how it was for you, too. That is true. He did have that nightmare. I mean, it was more like you just killing the merchant. Well, experiences vary, I guess. Yeah, I guess. You okay? So you didn't use the grenade on anybody? That's the truth? Yeah, that's how you do it! Get all those bonus treasures. Well, I never said I didn't use it, just not on the weapons guy. Okay, I believe you. Great, now I'm an unreliable narrator of my own story. Let's talk about Luis. So, about what happened with Luis? You sure you want to know? I can deal with it, if that's what you're asking. Okay, you're the boss. Somehow he caught up with me right as I was about to find you. He had the pills you just took, along with one of the samples. Samples? Of what? I think it's the thing they put inside of us. They call it Las Plagas. Yeah, that note I gave you from the family butlers or something about that. Las Plagas, like the plague? I like that we addressed that we gave him the note. I don't know. Would certainly fit the medieval setting. Anyway, Sadler came up behind Louis and said... well, you probably heard the rest. It wasn't pretty. Are you kidding? There was a gaping hole in his... I snapped my pie hole shut, but it was too late. Did you go see him or something? Don't get mad at me, okay? But, yeah, I just wanted to pay my respects. I came right back. I get it, but you gotta be careful. This place is covered in traps, as you know. Well, it did seem kind of foolish after I saw what happened to Louis. I mean, it looked like he was impaled on a sword. Well, it was more like a tentacle. A what? Yeah, it came out from under Sadler's dress. Which is true. They're more like robes, but the point seems rather moot when considering tentacles. My god, I'm so sorry, Louis. He really was just trying to help us. Sadler will pay. Mark my words. Whoa, it's this room again. I didn't expect the castle to literally throw us for a loop. Oh, I get it now. That thing I found was for this door. All that crap we went through just to basically collect some puzzle pieces. Goddamn salad. Yeah! Hooray! Another one of these goofy rides. Another tram ride, another chance to pelt Leon with questions. Maybe I should try out some lighter topics? Okay, chat. So, Leon Scott? Living armors. Lava room. Deets. I don't know if we're going to go through all 3 of these, just like we did all 2 last time, so help me out. I see Leon Scott. Ah, Mr. Scott. Ooh, it is close between Leon Scott and lava. It looks like we're slightly leaning lava. And hello there, Gregory Taylor. Good evening and welcome to the stream. We are very slightly leaning toward lava, so hopefully we come back to Scott. So, do you mind if I ask what was in that lava room you went into? Huh? Oh, yeah. Well, there was lava, obviously, and some carousels, I guess, and some statues that breathed fire. I think they were supposed to be dragons. Whoa, that sounds really elaborate. Were they guarding some kind of treasure? Yeah, it was one of the pieces of the lion with the snake tail. Oh, you mean the chimera? Yeah, that. Why do I get the feeling that Leon has never heard of a chimera? Well, now that we've made it this far, what's our game plan? Game plan? Yeah, for getting out of here? Oh, right. Well, I've lost contact with the mission coordinator due to interference. I'm hoping we can get out of the castle and reconnect. Oh, so we're just winging it, aren't we? Yeah, basically. But don't worry. I've had a lot of practice in winging it. Yeah, he has. That's comforting. Hold that thought. Looks like it's the end of the line. Alright, so Leon Scott is going to be a mystery. Episode 29, otherwise known as Ashley Graham and the Goblets of Godliness. Come on now. Wow. That's sweet cash. The tram dropped us off in a swag lobby area. Finally, some normal rich person flexing. Wow, would you look at this floor? The things you could accomplish with a cult, I tell you what. We traipsed across the sparkling marble with our dirty shoes, and I felt a little bad for ruining the hard work of what was certainly unpaid labor. The next room we entered was a split pathway. Left, right, or straight. So many choices. So little chance of being consulted. Hey, wait a second. Is that Donald Trump? The picture, the big face. I mean, aside from the artistic liberty taken with the hair, I'm getting a very strong vibe here. Huh. Maybe there's more of a Russian connection than I originally thought. Ho 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 ho! Either that or this is just Trump Tower Spain and now everything makes sense. Not gold enough. Not being one for celebrity gossip, Leon swerved into the adjacent room and I bet you'll never guess who was in it! Yeah, this is target practice room. Hey!
Good things on sale, stranger.
Welcome back, buddy! Although it still says merchant and not Jinja, which is a little concerning to me. Ah, never gets old. Except when it does.
Wait here.
He's leaving me alone again? Does he think this is some kind of safe room that evildoers can't enter? I swear I don't get this man. Oh well, I guess it's another chance to chat with Jinja.
Stranger.
Hey there, stranger. Been a little while. So I have to ask you a question. If it's, are you single, then yes. When is the last time you saw me? Last time? Wasn't it that big room with the ceiling statues? Okay. He really did not die. Unless he did, and he's just back. Yep, you walked right past me into that hallway. I remember, because I heard you two yelling after that. Thought it was just a lover's tussle. And it was right after that I moved upstairs, because some people came in for a blood ritual. I think they wanted me to join in, but you know, I get real squeamish about things like that. So Leon didn't throw any grenades at you or anything? I doubt we'd be talking like this if he had. Right. My god, so I was hallucinating. This is scary. How am I supposed to know when I'm gaslighting myself? Everything okay? You seem a little pale, but then, I'm not really one to talk. Yeah, peachy. Well, at least I can mark that mystery down as solved. Might as well try and explore some other topics since I'm stuck waiting out here. Hey, you mind if I ask you about some other stuff? I'd mind it less if you could buy or trade something. Sorry, I did find some valuables, but I gave them to Leon. I see. You're one of them traditional girls. I'm sorry, what? You know, give all your money to your husband. Mormons, that's the word, I think. No, my family is only politically religious. Besides, wouldn't you have to be my husband for that? Doesn't every gal want to marry her handsome bodyguard? It's all I see coming out of Japan these days. I mean, you're not wrong. But no, I just thought anything he's using the money on is probably to my benefit anyway. Besides, I'm prone to getting captured, and then what good would it be?
A wise choice, mate.
True, true. Just like in those Japanese role-playing games I'm hooked on. They always snatch a character away while they're carrying all your stuff. Yeah, and a lot of old-school RPGs do that too. Like Western ones as well. Oh yeah, super annoying. So can I ask you some questions? Fine, fine. I suppose I'll take your company as compensation, but only for one question. So choose wisely. What should I ask about? Chat, help me out. What's your story? Where did Leon go? Target range. Who do you work for? Do you have a preference? I need to get a drink because I'm reading a lot. Everybody's going into story time, so let's do it. So I guess you still can't tell me your real name, huh? Yep, it's a secret to everybody. Get the hell out of here. Sorry. Fine, have it your way, but could you at least tell me something about yourself? I mean, your career choice is very eccentric. Just wondering if there's a story there. I suppose that's fair, but in exchange, you still gotta get me that autograph, alright? Sure, I'll just use that pen you got on the table. Nah, that pen's just for show. Besides, I need to get some good paper. We'll work it out. Let's see. About my past, well, I've been around a few blocks a few times. Been a traveler most of my life ever since my village was burned down, 37 years ago. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, so he's at least in his 40s. A little old, but Mama's tried to set me up with worse. It's my fault. I should have just started out selling lemonade, but I was a little overeager and ended up selling dynamite to some rival gangs. Whew, you could see the fire for miles. But, you know, mistakes are how you grow. Yeah, totally. Oh my god. Anywho, didn't have much to tether me after that little incident, so at the tender age of 12, I set sail on the wide ocean of life. You've been wandering alone since you were 12? Nobody stopped you? Well, my only family was a drunk aunt who didn't believe me that the village was on fire, God rest her soul, and, yeah, that was it. Nowadays, kids got all this fancy bureaucracy, like truancy programs, but back then, I just grabbed what I could and started a journey. You ever play them Pokemon games? It's a lot like that, you know. Adventures, misadventures, treasures, more treasures. Yeah, I'd imagine you need quite a bit of treasure to keep yourself afloat when you're a wandering 12-year-old. Weren't you scared? Oh shit, yeah. When you're sleeping in a cave and you hear the coyotes howling just outside, whew, you cuddle those remaining dynamite sticks like they're your best chum. But even though it was tough, I learned a lot. About business, about humanity. You figure out real fast. Some people want to use you, and some people just want to be sold stuff too. I really thought that was gonna go somewhere else. In any case, it's the basic outline of my early years, pardon the lack of some detail. Just don't want to say anything too incriminating out loud. No, I get it. Thanks for filling me in. Oh, hold up. Looks like you'll be heading out soon. Oh, how do you know? I got an intern at the gallery. Just told me your bodyguard is checking out. You have interns? Yeah, but you might have a hard time telling. They got to dress and talk like me. Part of my brand strategy. So did Leon actually kill an intern? You can probably spot Martinez, though. He got them drug eyes. But don't let those scare ya. He's a good kid. I'm just trying to help him out of a bad family situation. Oh god, Leon killed that guy. They're into weird stuff, apparently. Oh, well, that's good of you. Wait, so was that Martinez I saw at the bottom of the gondola? The mysteries are unraveling. Well, look who it is. Hopefully you didn't tire out your shooting arm winning all them bottle caps, Tex. Bye. Looks like somebody didn't get the prizes they were hoping for. Good. But no, seriously, that is Donald Trump, right? I mean, I've never seen him wear a suit that well fitted, but still, the likeness is uncanny. Yeah, that big-faced guy in the portrait. Ooh, fancy hallway. A red carpet, lion statue, random drapes. This is my kind of obvious trap. And have a good night, Jim Goose. Thanks for stopping by. Oh no, is that what I think it is? Nope, it's actually worse than even that! I wonder if Leon will believe me now about the living armors.
Wait.
He's at least armor skeptical, so I'm gonna call that a win. Okay, that one's not alive, but of course the first one wouldn't be. That'd hardly be a good trap. I love the little pointing to the temple like, ah-ha-ha. The jig is up. I have to warn Leon. With my mind! Leon, no! I'm sorry I killed you! Oh, he's alive. Thank goodness, obviously, but also those axes seemed a lot sharper when they collided with my helmet. But wait, what if the real trap is luring us into a false sense of security, and then rewarding our complacency with a much sharper axe? Stay alert, Leon! Leon, do a barrel roll! Show off.
Follow me.
Don't bring us into that room. Total side note, but these lion statues are pretty cool. I wonder if I could get Salad on terrorism charges and then claim them through civil asset forfeiture. There'll be some well-paid lawyers when I get back. You can bet on that. Don't bring us...
Here.
Nice. That's how you do it. Another trap, huh? The circular room with a single exit and a conspicuously shiny object in the center does raise some questions. Leon turned back to me. The silence in his voice betrayed the message in his steady gaze. You're a beautiful woman and I ache for your touch. Listen, you just had to be there, okay? I gave him a small thumbs up as a show of support, but I don't know if he saw. Leon turned toward the container and reached inside. A chalice, huh? Or would there be a goblet? I mean, what's the essential difference? Wait a sec. Is it trap time? Trap time! Oh my god! I hate to reference Scooby-Doo for the third time, but this is not some hardcore but is this not some hardcore fanboy shit? Like, not just I've seen the original series, like I'm married to Velma in my mind. Wow, 3 of them. The odds hardly seem fair. For them. Yeah, that's right, Leon, you knock them right on their chainmail. Ah! Worms! In the head! Now, just a little thought exercise. Is this Le Plague thing bringing the armors to life? And if so, why do only some of them walk? Are there, like, baby plagues and toddler plagues? Or is this all just choreographed? Who knows? Back to panicking. Wormheads! Ugh, never get used to that. But hey, it killed all the heads. Sunlight really is the best disinfectant. What the? More of them? This is a really aggressive trap. That's how you do it, Leon. Give him the old runaround. Zombie bugs can't compete with the human capacity for cheap tactics. And done. 3 cheers for not having to see Leon be butchered. And hello there, Trips Tech Journey. Good evening, and welcome to the stream. That's one path down. I'm sure the other path will be just as openly hostile, but honestly, I'm kind of excited to see. I'm not, because we're going to get trapped with a giant drill and Leon has to shoot the guys piloting it. We're the ones in danger in that particular situation. Once we exited the living armory, Leon waltzed over to the table in front of us. Some kind of note, huh? A little hard to make out what it says in this light. I see my name in there, and Luis's, and something about a troublesome woman? Hey, wait a second. Didn't Leon mention a woman in a red dress on the gondola? I don't mind Salad learning the hard way that every rose has its thorns. I just wonder if I'll ever meet this mysterious trouble marker? That might be a typo. Troublemaker? Or if she's a threat to my prospects. I'm trying to think. I don't think Ashley ever does meet Ada. Whoa. Okay. As we entered the room, we stepped over a panel that sank with our weight. Floor panels, huh? Yeah, looks like there's one in each corner. It's like Twister, as conceived by Mr. Fantastic. I mentally beamed Leon a suggestion that he should push the statues as a way to hold down the switches. Apparently, he was very persuasive. Is this some crazy form of guest entertainment? I'm terribly sorry, everyone, but there will be no hors d'oeuvres until you solve this lame puzzle. Master's orders. Oh, okay, Adi. Ashley sees Ada briefly at the end of separate ways, but they don't meet face-to-face. Interesting. Okay, she sees them working together to fight Saddler in the final fight. Fair enough. You got me there. I felt a little bad for letting Leon do all the grunt work, but then I remembered that only one of us is being paid to be here, and presto, the guilt just evaporated. Once Leon was finished rearranging Sal's furniture, he had us stand on the remaining 2 switches, which had the desired effect of opening the door. That wasn't too bad. Puzzles are fun when I don't have to work to solve them. Wait a Keebler second, is that...
I think you've lived long enough.
I'm so confused. Am I supposed to be dead or alive when I get shipped back to America? There's just no message discipline here. Yeah, for real, honestly. I don't know why they're trying to stop Leon from rescuing Ashley. And hello there, Craig. Good evening and welcome to the stream. How's it going? Regardless, I glanced at Leon to see if he was still responding to Salad's obvious bodily threats with a stern look and forward posturing. This is where the spike ceiling comes down. You can't say the man is inconsistent.
Let's see if you can survive this time.
Ooh, what are you gonna do, Taekwondo? Oh no. No. No! No! Seriously, do I have to keep inviting death to every party? I looked to Leon, who seemed to be equally disappointed in what I had done. Oh, okay. Ade, Shinji Mikami admitted he wrote the story in 2 weeks and praised the remake, made the story make more sense. I am excited to see that. You scheming inbred weasel! First we'll kill you, then we'll have biscuits and tea. Can't say that was unexpected, but still, damn that little blue nugget. I know this is a little tangential to the ceiling spike problem, but is that supposed to be the Virgin Mary? How implicated is the Catholic Church in this whole operation? I'm just asking questions. Yeah! Leon took aim at the ceiling, and more specifically, a glowing spot that seemed curiously eager to be shot at. Oh ho! Maybe that'll stop the ceiling. Who says violence isn't the answer to everything? One more? Oh, thank God it stopped. Credit where it's due, though. A pretty good trap if you're not constantly armed. Thanks for nothing, Godmom. And now for the scary part. We follow the hallway that Salad had escaped through, and this is where Ashley panics. If the wall trap was any indication, this is probably a multi-stage trap. Because why not? What else does a literal man-child have to do? Puh, man, so predictable. Wait a second. I'm not on the other side of that door. Ah! What's that rumble? You didn't really think I would look, did you? How would that benefit me? I'll tell you. It wouldn't. Instead, let's ask the question that matters. How many bullets does it take to save Ashley Graham from annihilation? Let's math. 1. 2. I was kind of hoping for 3. Oh, you know, I should probably move. I quickly ran up to Leon and tried to offer thanks for saving me for the... You know, it might just be simpler if I lump all my thanks into one really solid blowjob. I mean, most men conflate sex with gratitude, right? Yeah, what does she say at the end? Like, what was it, like leisure time or break time or something like that? Wow, Leon must be pretty done with all this if he's just skipping over some easy barrels. I'll suggest the BJ at a better time. Oh, thank you, Trip. Overtime. To be fair, there is a treasure chest right in front of us. At Leon's level, you gotta be smarter about loot grinding. Leon captured the queen. Huh, a matching grail. It's priceless, I'm sure, but is pilfering Sal's tableware really the best use of our time? That parasite ain't gonna be suppressed forever. Ah, well, I guess I should just be grateful that the box wasn't a mimic that ate Leon's arm off. There's always a silver lining if you invent one. Hold the Holy Grail. How is there a giant padlock on this door? Didn't Salad leave this way? That's a good point. Come on, Ash. This is his castle. Of course he'd have secret exits. The little rats skittering through the holes. Now we're all having a good laugh at Salad's totally flimsy locks. And I support that, but let's be fair. These are top-tier security systems. For 1803. Onward to freedom! Alright. Never mind! Oh yeah, a bunch of guys with scythes, and this is where we use the goblets. These billowing drapes, though, a striking, yet calming image. God damn! Yes, very calming indeed. Also, this is where we get captured by Novistadors, so get ready for that. I see now. You gotta put the chalices in the hands of their respective statue. If I were a 5-year-old, I'm sure I'd be very impressed by this puzzle. Well, that was totally overwrought, but whatever. We lived and we got treasure, and in these kinds of shoot and loot games, that's all that matters. Episode 30. You're so hive above me. Please. We entered the next room, which was, I'm happy to report, a mercifully straight hallway. Gold chalices are cool, but appreciating life's small pleasures? That's the real treasure here. Well, wait. Somewhere in the recesses of my brain I feel a tingle. A tingle that says, there's money nearby. Whoa, that's weird. Did he hear my thoughts? I mean, I could see through his eyes before, so maybe the parasite has finally established two-way calling? Huh. How should I test this hypothesis? Oh, yeah, now there's an idea. Let me peg you. Wow, dude. You want me to peg you. Pegging is hip and so fun. Oh no, Novistadors! I'll be your peg dispenser. You can call me your Peggy Sue. I'll go in first if you let me peg you. Oh. Damn it. I was so close to my second pegging. Her second. Yeah, to the window. I get it. When they hang low, we punch high. Just, whoa. Are they putting the parasite into bugs too? Is there any reason for that, or are we just touring the world's most depraved science fair? Wait, is this cheating? Wait. Are we not getting captured? He just shot it down? Huh. Looks like the big bag bug hive had a bit of a soft spot. Good going, Agent K. My god, it's that village watchtower all over again. Whee! Fuck, I feel so alive! Ahem. With the nest in ruins, we were clear to pass through. I'm really glad we didn't run into the bugs that made that nest. I mean, if you use wasps as an analog and scale up for the nest size, these things would have to be... Oh! Okay, there it is. The stupid view. Where am I? Oh, Jesus, I'm flying! This would be totally whimsical if not for the giant cucaracha that's going to suck out my bone marrow to its proboscis, I'm pretty sure. Suddenly rediscovering my fear of being flown over the withering heights, Isn't it Wuthering Heights? I felt my consciousness slip away. Well, this sucks. Now Leon has to go through 100 Novistadors in the sewers, but that's not our problem. We're going to be doing our own thing. Free falling! So I guess we're going to hook up with Salazar. We're going to completely miss Leon beat his right-hand man. Very good, my pet. You can go. Verdugo, don't just let her lie there. Pick her up. Actually, No, I don't think we're yet at the part where Leon deals with the right-hand man. Hearing the whispers of a goblin, I snapped awake.
Ah, hello there, Ashley. So nice of you to finally join us. A shame that our first meeting could not have been more diplomatically arranged. But we just couldn't seem to line up our schedules. Shy, are we? That's fine. Like a true gentleman, I know how to appreciate a quiet woman.
Eat shit.
Oh my, I didn't think you would be so opinionated at this stage.
You better make sure your goons hold on tight, or I'll be sharing my boots opinion with your face.
Quite the fighter, eh? You really shouldn't pick up Mr. Scott's bad habits. It could get you killed.
It's Kennedy.
What?
His name is Mr. Scott. Or his name isn't Mr. Scott, dummy. It's Leon Scott Kennedy. Guess your intel has about the same reach as your legs. Jesus.
I know what his name is. It's an insult. I'm denying him the respect of using his family name.
Yeah, sure. I bet you don't even know my middle name.
Of course I do. It's Emily.
Wow, good job. It's actually Babette. What?
Whatever, I have more important things to deal with. Keep her quiet while I make this call. I wonder if you can see me, Mr. Kennedy.
Loser. Well, someone adapts quickly. If you scratch her, I'll break your bones. Leon, I'm so touched that you would break people's bones for me.
First, we'll see if you can make it this far. I'll be waiting.
You better be careful about what you do next, Romaine. Broken bones don't heal very fast at your age.
I might be more offended if you weren't so mistaken. But alas, as I told your bodyguard, I'm only 20 years old.
Yeah, I forgot about that. What kind of drugs have you done to look like that at 20?
A bimbo like you wouldn't probably know this, but I have a condition. It's called progeria.
Ah, bimbo. Very original. Didn't anybody ever tell you that two wrongs don't make a right?
I tire of this conversation. Bring her inside while we wait. Maybe we can even give our guest of honor a little tour.
Sure, why not? Maybe I'll finally be impressed. Weird.
These columns here were installed during the reign of the third Castellan, Portal Mendoza. This particular shade of red, sanguine, I believe, was his signature color.
And Ashley's saying blah blah blah. This is kind of amazing.
Every patriarch of the Salazar family uses a distinctive color to mark their additions or renovations to the castle. For instance, if you remember,
a merciful God would have killed me by now, or at least dropped some brimstone on that harpsichordist. Still, the more time he wastes chatting, the more opportunity Leon has to catch up. I should try to stall by asking about some stuff. Certainly there's no shortage of topics. So hey, what's the deal with the blind Wolverine men?
Who? Oh, you mean Juan and Pablo. They are... What is the slang you Americans use for alcohol security?
Bouncers?
Yes, that.
That doesn't explain why their mouths and eyelids are sewn shut.
The strain of Las Plagas they carry gives them incredible strength and resilience. Unfortunately, it also makes them a little rowdy. After a few accidents, I decided some safeguards were necessary. They will not attack me, but I strongly recommend that you stay quiet as we walk by.
That's a hell of an HR policy. Well, Jim, the other employees have expressed some concerns about your conduct, so we've decided to remove your eyeballs. But don't worry, you get to keep the Wolverine claws. Although, now that I think about it, is that why you locked that one guy in that dungeon?
Come again?
There was one of these dudes in a dungeon. It was literally in the room next to where you gave your little "you can die" speech.
Oh, I don't go into that room very often, so...
And yet you set your Rapidash statues to perpetual fire blast. This fucking guy. So you just forgot you left your own minion locked in a dungeon?
In case you haven't noticed, this is a very large castle. It is easy to misplace things.
Employees aren't a thing you misplace. That is, at best, criminal negligence.
That is of no concern to me. I will simply fetch Marco once we're done here.
You can't. Leon killed him.
Very well, then Pablo and Juan will simply have to repay the favor.
Yeah, revenge and all that, but really, Pablo and Juan, you couldn't think of something more dangerous sounding? Like, I don't know, death metal or knife party?
Those were their names in a past life. But I do see your point.
You gotta anticipate the optics.
So you do. Come. That includes you, Octavio.
You know, I'd really rather not... Ugh! So, you have a throne.
There was a time when the fate of nations was decided from that chair. Perhaps I will regale you with some stories while we wait, but for now, let's set the scene, shall we? You two, take Miss Graham and have her stand by those columns. I will take my place at the seat of judgment.
Is this where Leon comes in and embarrasses him? You sure you don't need a booster seat?
You know what? Force her on her knees. That will make for good optics, don't you think, Ashley?
You know, I really need to be more sensitive to the fact that I have no leverage here. This marble is freezing. Is a floor mat too much to ask for?
You'll have to forgive me. I've never had much use for hospitality. History is more my calling. I can tell you plenty about the Salazar's illustrious heritage, if you would care to know.
Only if I get to hear it more two more harpsichord.
That can be arranged. Octavio, musica, rapida.
I hate me sometimes. More inconsequential mouth sounds.
And that is, funny enough, how I came to possess this hat.
I have a question.
Yes?
How do you say so many words and yet impart so little meaning? Is that just a talent or something?
So unladylike. What are presidents teaching their daughters these days,
Not to negotiate with terrorists, for starters.
Aha! I am no terrorist, Miss Graham. I am a visionary. And one day I may be seen as a martyr, as someone who sacrificed for the greater good.
Yeah, that's what every terrorist thinks, but all your actions say is that you're twisted.
Ooh, what is that saying? Don't throw stones in glass houses? You're not as innocent as you believe.
What am I guilty of? I'm the one being held hostage.
We all are guilty of the sins of our fathers, Miss Graham. That is what it means to have a heritage.
Could you translate that into non-zealot for me?
Tell me, what role did your father play in the destruction of Raccoon City?
What? You know about Raccoon City?
Ahem. Oh, how could I not? Raccoon City is the reason we are here right now. Ah, but that's the problem with Americans. You want to throw rocks and pretend there won't be ripples.
I don't understand what you're getting at, but my dad wasn't the one who leveled Raccoon City. That was his predecessor.
You seem to be very misinformed about your own government, Miss Graham. Your father was the vice president. He would have to know. Why didn't he stop it?
I mean, yeah, he was, but that doesn't mean it's his decision to make. There's chains of command.
A chain's power is in its cohesion, Miss Graham. Break it in the right place and it collapses. Your father could have broken it, but instead, he's now the president.
Sir, you are assuming way too much about my dad if you think he's that politically savvy. For real, go watch his first debate. And yeah, Dragon Ace, the little window on the upper right of the guy actually playing the music is pretty fantastic.
Oh, don't misunderstand me. This isn't about his own power. It's about trying to escape one's sins. How many people died, do you know?
In Raccoon City, it was like almost 100,000.
100,000 lives, all to bury one city's secrets, a smoldering monument to man's conceit. That is what you have inherited, Miss Graham. That is your legacy.
Jesus Christ.
Believe it or not, I sympathize with you a great deal. We have a lot in common.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Both of us have been gifted a stained legacy, but also the power to shape the world, and thanks to Lord Sadler, our destinies have been brought into alignment.
Whatever you're talking about isn't going to matter a lick as soon as Leon gets here.
On the contrary, dear Ashley, everything begins with his arrival. Speaking of which... Octavio, vamos!
Ashley. Okay, he got it.
Mr. Kennedy, don't you know when it's time to throw in the towel?
QTE! It's over. Everything we survived, all for nothing. On the upside, at least I won't have to die being the only one of us who walked into a stupidly obvious trap. What does Salazar say? Like, where is the sound of the body hitting impaling flesh, or whatever it was?
Where's the satisfying sound of one's impalement?
Ho ho! You're sick. Do you hear me? Sick!
The whole world is sick, Miss Graham.
I'm simply administering the cure. Ah! Leon, you sexy bastard. I knew you wouldn't fall for that old trick. Ah, yeah, he's pissed now. Political theory was right. Nothing shreds a tyrant's thin robes faster than mockery.
No more games! Kill him! Kill!
I'm going to imagine he said kale him, because I'm childish.
Quickly! We shall prepare for the ritual! Leon, you're alive.
Wait, did he just say ritual? We're going to completely miss the right-hand man fight. Phew. At least we're finally out of the cold night air. I swear, the second I get home, I am going to ritualistically burn every skirt I own so this doesn't happen again. Leon, I hope you're okay. I wonder what you're doing right now. Well, there's Verdugo, there's that very irritating elevator segment, and that's after the Donkey Kong barrel segment. Yeah! I think I just misses. Yay! Whoa, if true. With all that craziness, who knows how long it'll take Leon to reach us. I gotta try and stall for whatever time I can. If only there was some kind of obvious topic that exploited his vanity and self-interest. Maybe I could ask about his lava supplier network. Surely that's gotta yield something. What the... Oh, yeah. In before joke about overcompensating. Welcome to your case study in Small Man, Big Problems.
What do you think? The accuracy is striking, is it not?
Sure, if you don't count the height. Yeah, hey! Got him. Be smart, Ashley. This might be your best chance to stall for time. All I gotta do is leverage my deep experience feigning interest in men's nonsense. What's it made of? What's the trick? How tiny is your dick? What's it gonna be, chat? You know which choice you have to pick. No, I don't, Adi. I need chat to help me out. And it looks like we're leaning toward 1. What's it made of? I do see trick. I do see 3. Oh. Okay, this is genuinely close. It looks like we got 2 1s, 2 2s, 3 3. We're going with the tiny one. The physical verisimilitude is impressive, but what really strikes me is the figurative expression of your manhood. The violent cohabiting of the body and its projection is downright postmodern.
Yes, that is... what do you mean exactly?
I'm saying your dick is really small.
Thank you for not making fun of my genitalia.
I thought I did.
Dare I ask you to repeat that statement?
Why bother when your statue says it louder than I ever could?
You're pushing your luck, Miss Graham. Pushing it very far indeed.
Well, at least I got something to push.
Enough! We've wasted enough time. Let us continue to the ritual chamber.
Ooh, ritual chambers. If it's going to be kinky, maybe we should settle on a safe word first?
I said enough!
Well, Leon, I've done all I can. I just hope it is, in fact, enough. Oh, new episode. We must cultivate our garden. We're just in the boss room.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Fuck. What is it?
Metamorphosis. The end of one life, the beginning of another.
Uh-huh, yeah, but what does it do?
The ritual is simple. You will be carried into the heart of the flower, and then, by the will of Las Plagas, you will be reborn. Isn't that right, Alfonso?
Alfonso? Salad glanced knowingly at the monster looming over me. Oh my god. Alfonso, you're the butler! If you can understand me, you don't have to do this. Just help me. If that deep lore is true, that'd be amazing.
Save your breath, Ashley. Alfonso is a simple man. Loyalty to my family is all he knows. He is beyond helping you.
He didn't want this for you. I read his note. He thought Saddle was just taking advantage of your guilt.
Huh. You think I don't know that? I've lived my whole life as my family's puppet. I know when my strings are being pulled.
But you don't have to be used. You could choose a different path, and I can help you. You need resources, I got connections.
All I need, Miss Graham, is a purpose, and you have already given it to me.
Is it so difficult for you to make sense?
Given your role in things, I suppose it's only fair that I meet your tenacity with a little clarity. Fine. Listen well. This story concerns a family, as most stories do. A broken family. My family.
And hello there, Longtran. Good evening, and welcome to the stream. How's it going? Oh god, here comes the grievances.
The Salazars were proud once. Our castle was not a museum, but a monument. Our name was not a sound, but a symbol. Kings begged for our favor. Peasants begged for our mercy.
Wait, officially, the black robe was the maid, and the red one in the sewer was the butler? Are you kidding me? If that's true, that'd be incredible. And I'm begging you to spare me your bullshit. Cool, but you think you could draw a tighter line between that and the giant plant thing?
I'm getting there. That kind of power does not arise overnight. It begins where all things do. At home, in the garden of kinship. Children are like any seed. Plant them in good soil, give them care and a plan, and they will thrive for generations.
You know, my parents hate gardening. Just felt like acknowledging that.
What kills a garden is not time, but complacency. We stop caring and we forget the vision, and that is when the rot seeps in.
I, too, crib my worldview from Better Homes and Gardens. Oh, and Trip. His name officially was not Alfonso, it was Isidro Talavera. Is this from the remake or something? I have no sense of this from the GameCube game.
Such is the fate of the Salazars. My ancestors did not stop the rot, they buried it, and we have been dying ever since. I am its final wretched embodiment.
My god. The butler has mandibles. Am I gonna have mandibles? I mean, no offense to the Fonz, but I think I would rock them better. Okay, Adi, it is the remake. Okay, good. I'm not questioning my own sanity anymore.
I have never had a purpose except to live in the shadow of my ancestors and wait for death. But Lord Sadler changed all that. He gave me a new vision for our new garden.
Finally, the glib little garden salad is moving out of the exposition. Can't wait for the unsatisfying climax.
Maybe he is using me, but in a way I am also using him. Through his ambition, I will plant one more seed and preserve my legacy.
In my social circle, men who want to plant their seed and preserve their legacy are also the kind that never pay child support.
And that's you, my dear sister. When you emerge from the bud, your plagas will awaken to my call and our spirits will be bound to a single purpose.
Ah, a coercive spirit marriage with incest vibes.
Plot, consider yourself twisted. I cannot truly know whether the Lord's intent is sincere, but in you I will have a trusted avatar, and together we will wipe clean the sins of our fathers and create a more perfect world, one that can never rot.
In short, I have daddy issues and I don't know how entropy works. Got it. That's all very poetic. There's just one problem.
And that is?
Well, the second law of thermodynamics notwithstanding, I didn't sign up to be your fucking legacy!
You cannot fight fate, Miss Graham. You can only choose whether or not to embrace it. And now is the time for you to make that choice.
Alright, so, a wall-mounted flower god is about to turn me into a human flamethrower for the self-righteous arsonist. How do I feel about that? Meh, embrace fate. Fuck that noise! Chat, can you please help me out? I wonder if we get a bad ending if I choose the top, but I assume the top decision is The wrong one? So what do we do? Embrace fate or fuck that noise? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Yeah, I kind of want to see, just to see what happens. Chat is really leaning into embracing fate. Let's go! Huh. It does kind of suck to be an avatar for the world's destruction, but it's not like I'm going to be cognizant for it. Or will I? Maybe I should ask. So, about how conscious am I going to be for all this? Oh, hey, who's that? Senor Salazar. Oh, it's just the harpsichordist. Could I be lucky enough for a convenient plot distraction, or is he just excited about playing my funeral dirge?
This had better be critically important, Octavio.
Es el forastero. Yo mato a una docena de hombres.
Ah, must I deal with everything myself? Alfonso, come! Let's roll out the red carpet for our special guest. Stay here and watch her. She goes nowhere, understood?
Si, senor.
Tell Leon I said hi, and that I hope he kicks your ass. I thought about rolling myself off the platform, but the goon complicated that plan. I wonder if I could distract him somehow. Such delightfully soft skin, says, I guess, the flower. Well, I don't want to brag, but my moisturizing game is... Ah! Oh, no. Hello, Ashley. WTF. Oh my god, it talks. If this form displeases you, I could speak through another body, in a tone more familiar to someone of your culture. Howdy, little missy, how's this suit ya? Girls like cowboys, right? No. You know, I should check my sanity meter, see what condition my condition is in. What? How many dollars does it take to unscrew Ashley Graham's brain? It doesn't matter, because there aren't enough dollars! Okay, so what the hell are you, a cousin to Cthulhu? We are what you see before you. Nothing more. Nothing less. Bruh, you're a talking wallflower, not a canned-up fucking biscuit. Don't even play. What we mean, little missy, is that we are a boundless consciousness, animated by an ancient plagas. Some might call us a harvester of souls, but we really just enjoy the collection angle. Cowboy. Okay, well, that's more detail than I wanted. What do you want from me? And yeah, Gregory Taylor, the sanity meter might have actually been Eternal Darkness' sanity meter. As we said, we are a collector. The parasite that clings to your bones is not merely a means of control, it both records and transmits your essential self. Human interests are too narrow, their senses too rudimentary, to appreciate this delectable knowledge. But to us, it is precious nectar. In short, you smell real good and you feel real soft, and we like to get to know you better, mainly by consuming you. Sadly, not the first time I've received that proposition. Maybe I'll offer what I did the last guy. I don't guess you would settle for drinking my pee out of a jar, huh? Afraid not, little missy. Can't really palaver with your parasite in such an indirect fashion. Besides, urine is terrible for our pH level. Yeah, and being eaten whole is really bad for mine. Punslinger. We underestimate you might be scared, but you don't need to fear. These tentacles are abundantly gentle. You might even think of them as genticles. These hentai signals are getting a little pronounced. Alright, next question. How am I supposed to be consumed by you and also become Salazar's mind wife? Seems like a conflict of interest. What we receive, we also return. In exchange for this nourishment, we will birth you anew in a manner befitting the small one's desires. Translation. Well, if you don't mind me getting all technical for a sec, there's two basic types of plagas, dominant and submissive. We're gonna assume you got the second. Bro-splain. Submissive, huh? Sala did say he was surprised that it was so opinionated. Maybe Luis's suppression drug is actually having some effect. This would, however, explain why I've been so weirdly docile around Leon. Sorry, Leon, I think you're hot, but not that hot. The submissive plagas is not nearly as ornery as you can imagine. Once we have access to it, we'll not only have your knowledge, but we could even reprogram your personality. On the whole, you'll still be you, just without all them pesky parts. So this is just Stepford Wives, as directed by Clive Barker. Great. I still don't understand. Why not just eat me now and cut out the middleman? Yo, salad something? Las Plagas is a mirror of its host. Even a submissive will resist its destruction if the host is agitated. You must be sedate. In an era past, we would have done it ourselves, but time has stripped us of such faculties. Now we must rely on the small one's intervention to induce a placid mind. Hence the ritual. I get it now. If you want a sense of the alternative, just look at that butler. He panicked during the awakening, and, well, you could see the result. Had to spit him out before we could even reprogram him, and boy, that made a mess. Jesus. These guys are making me want to romance Alfonso purely out of pity. The taste of that failure lingers, but the small one does not seem to discriminate between a broken spirit and a possessed mind. Nonetheless, we want to experience your full flavor, so we will wait. Yeah, well, I hope you're bitterly disappointed in the end, you overgrown weed. Your skin is soft, but your spirit is hard. Our eagerness increases. Translation? This is gonna be good. Fuck both of y'all.
Alfonso, hurry! We don't have a moment to lose!
Whoa, what happened to you? Leon?
I've had enough of your mouthing off. It's time for you to learn a woman's place.
Somebody's a sensitive snowflake. Krauser? Sorry, shorty. Whatever plans you've made, unplan them.
Who the...
Clow?
Got you off guard, didn't I?
Again?
You! Why are you here?
Boss's orders. He wanted me to relieve you of the broad.
What? But we are in the middle of the ritual. It's very important.
Not to me, small fry, and not to Saddler either. He wants you focused on your new assignment.
Gah! And what is that, pray?
Dealing with our mutual friend, Leon. He's become a real nuisance, as you apparently learned. Firsthand.
Gah! Damn it!
Feeling afraid?
Kid, maybe you should. By the way, this is the Krauser fight theme. While the two of them bickered, I was surprised to suddenly feel something rigid and cold against my left rib. I glanced over to find one of Alfonso's black claws hovering around my wrists. I looked up to find him nodding at me. He didn't speak, mandibles, you know, but somehow I understood him. I inched my body over so that my shackles were more exposed. His motion was so fast that I only knew the cause by the effect. My leather bindings slackened, one hard pull and they would break. I laid back again and peered up at him. He wouldn't meet my gaze, but the words of the plant god resonated. A broken spirit can seem like a possessed mind. Thank you, Alfonso. I would romance you. Been a while. Not long enough. Well, I look forward to catching up on the way over. I'll even carry you to the boat, how's that? Careful there, I might almost mistake you for a gentleman. Maybe I'll buy a fedora when we're done here. Really complete the look. I think you're going to want something that covers more of your face. And here I was, going to carry you bridal style, but now I'm thinking sack of corn. Whatever, just don't expect me to cuddle like the ones you keep at home! Comfy. Yeah, a real first-class seat.
Watch your back.
We're out then, little man. Word of advice. Don't be afraid to play dirty. After all, this is your last stand.
So it is.
We're gonna miss the fight. Adios, Salazar. I hope you reap everything you've sowed. His pain, I assure you, will be exquisite. Yeah, he becomes one with the flower.
I'll make you suffer like Ashley.
Chapter 3, we made it! Don't say you don't love me. It's island time, baby! Did you just say adios? Wow. Somebody needs to get banned. Episode 33, Sailing Takes Me Away. So, Clow, how you been? Can't complain. Ash. How is being Lord Saddle's bitch working out for you? There's been a few setbacks, but nothing I can't handle. Just a matter of time now. Just a matter of time until what? Until Umbrella. Ugh, damn it. I keep doing that. Yeah, almost let it slip. Umbrella? Wait a second, you mean that company that caused the Raccoon City outbreak? You work for them? I said forget about it. Tuh, what are you gonna do if I refuse? Throw me overboard? Lose your bargaining chip? I don't think so. And yeah, Adi, Ashley corrected Salazar on Leon's name, and he does say Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy afterward. That's great. Or Mr. Scott Kennedy. You're not as dumb as you look, Ash. I wish I could return the compliment, Clow.
I see you've honed your skills.
I like a woman with some fight in her. Do you really? No. Leon's not going to let you get away with this. You know that, right? Ah, Leon. How is my old comrade? Way hotter than you, for starters. Wait, old comrade? You know him? Yeah, from a game that hasn't come out yet. Leon and I, we go way back. Didn't he tell you? We haven't talked about you. Let me guess. He never asked who kidnapped you. Yeah, basically. Huh. Same old Leon. Guy has the imagination of a rock. Well, he's not very talkative, I'll give you that. But at least he's not a lying, scheming asshole like you. What can I say? Sometimes you have to crack a few eggs if you want to make an omelet. As someone who literally had an egg hatch inside of them, your metaphor is both bland and offensive. If it makes you feel better, we're like two peas in a pod. That is equally dull, and now I'm also confused. I'm a carrier like you, but unlike you, I was worth the good stuff. Let me guess, you got the dominant strain? So you know about the types. These big ears have to be good for something. Not that I really know what the difference is. Is it like taking steroids?
No, we're talking.
It's even better than that. The level of control, the raw power. It's everything I need to chart a new course for this world. Yeah, everybody wants to rule the world, but how do you know Saddle's not just gonna kill you once he gets what he wants? Saddler might think he's in charge, but he's small time. That's great! A petty crook with a god complex. He doesn't have what it takes to enact real change. You do realize I could totally repeat that to Saddle and throw you under the bus, right? By the time you get the chance, he'll already know he's been played. I guess that means you're cool with me recording this conversation? You know, for posterity? The hell did you just say? Relax, princess. Just trying to have fun. Enjoy your smart-mouthing while you can. After a few minutes of awkward silence, Cloud brought the boat to a stop and hoisted me into the arms of some goon. Also, it said Klauser, which is cute. Take her to a holding cell and wait for further instructions. Got it? Si, senor. And be sure you don't break anything on our little porcelain doll here. I don't want Saddler giving me shit. But if you gotta be a little rough, by all means. I can't wait for somebody to beat your ass. Well, kitten, it was nice catching up, but this is where we part ways. Who knows? Maybe I'll see you down the road. Adios, Clow. I'll save a spot for you on the train to hell.
Come on.
Just so you know, it's Krauser. Now get her out of here. Krauser? Krauser? He took 3 characters out of his name and called it a day? I don't know why, but that pisses me off a lot. Señor, un momento. Tengo una pregunta sobre los beneficios de mi seguro. My man, I don't hablo español, comprende? Take it up with Saddler. Later. Krauser drove away, leaving me alone with the goon. Aw, poor baby, hung out to dry. We can fix that. Nice. Always gotta watch your back. Alright, now's my chance. To do what? I have no idea. But I'm taking it. But isn't she carried over the shoulder very soon anyway? Huh, some kind of spotlight over there. Probably a guard tower swarming with dudes who would love the distinction of snatching this sweet ass. At the same time, hiding in plain sight might be one of my better options. Oh god, Adi Quinn. I knew about Bart's and FF5 being butts, but I didn't know his last name was Krauser or Klauser. That's great. Great, a path split. You know, for all my griping about being powerless, there's something to be said for letting other people bear the burden of responsibility. The left path seems tempting, and that seems all the more reason to ignore it and go to the right. Problem solved. Yeah, wasn't there a treasure that way? I raced down the path and crossed over a makeshift bridge only to be stopped by a large gap. Great. So my choices are to wait here in the open and hope that Leon is the next person to reach me, or jump across and try to hide in Big Brother's neighborhood. I could hear someone shouting behind me. Someone who was definitely not Leon. A lot easier to make the choices when there's only one. There, I needed a drink. I leapt across the gap and assessed my hide-and-seek options. Gotta avoid the searchlight, obviously, and the dudes. But other than that, easy peasy. And hello there, Jeff. Good evening and welcome to the stream. How's it going? Are there dating elements? There's been very few, but I got to choose which parts of Leon to ogle. It is a thing. Surprisingly few goons hanging around back here. Maybe they have to revere Saddle's visage every hour or something. I huddled behind the wall for what seemed like several minutes without hearing so much as a cackle. With nobody cropping up behind me, I decided to head over to the little window and get a lay of the island. Ho 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 ho! This is all so strange. Where's the guy I pushed into the ocean? Was that not him shouting behind me? Is eaten by a shark too great of a hope? Not that I'm complaining. The best kind of waiting is safe waiting, after all. It's just that when life gives me lemons, it's hard to see it as an act of encouragement. Lemon! And that's pretty much why. That font. Yay! Well, we're caught. Which means Leon must be right behind us, because he sees that. Episode 34, Jailhouse Rock. Yeah, Leon has to kill a bunch of guys and get us out of a room. As if I hadn't experienced enough iterations on the theme of entrapment, I was carelessly tossed into a makeshift jail cell. So my night ends the way it began, with me locked in a storage room. Like I'm an anthrax letter, somebody just keeps forgetting the mail off. Wow, okay. Remember, Dad? People like us don't go to prison, you said. You apparently didn't imagine that karma might get creative. I'm sorry, Alfonso. Your touching act of defiance only brought me about 15 minutes of actual freedom. Or bought me. If I just weren't so useless. Sensing my shame and doubt starting to circle like vultures, I decided to get up and poke around. Maybe test the doorknob for old time's sake. Yep, locked. Although, hey, open bars. It's like they're daring me to yell out for hours. The rest of the room just seemed to be straight boxes, so I headed toward the barred window. I didn't really expect to see anything, but then something, or someone, caught my eye. Down there, is that a woman? Oh yeah, she left that little airplane. I wonder if she'll be able to hear me. Hopefully she's not some amoral executive type trying to secure a seat in the boss man's new world order. Hey you, lady, up here, can you see me? I guess she could hear me, because she quickly looked in my direction. I couldn't see her expression, but her eyes lingered. I need some help, please! If my pleas reached her, they certainly didn't inspire much. Instead, she turned away and pulled out a small gun. With a quick shot fired into the night, she suddenly swung away like freaking Spider-Man. So, can't say I've had Carmen Sandiego in a party dress on my crazy kidnapping bingo card, but there it is. I didn't have time to game theory of the woman's presence because my attention was suddenly ensnared by the growing sound of footsteps marching in my direction. Shit. Maybe if I need to make myself scarce for a minute. Driven by nothing more than a primitive urge to evade scary men, I darted into the back of the room only to remember that it was a dead end. After just a few seconds, there was a loud beep and the squealing of a rusty door. I could hear the men shuffling toward me, clearly not in any particular hurry. When one of them poked their head around the corner and reached out for me, I ducked underneath the table, crawled to the other side, and bolted toward the door. Very nice. Well, if there were ever a time to employ my idea of yelling for Leon, this is it.
Leon!
The goons seemed to know this was an exercise in futility. They didn't even try to brumush me. They just ambled up behind me, slowly, like creeps. Nevertheless, I persisted. Help me, Leon. Ugh, why is it always ugly men who want to burst into your bubble? Gah! Some Spanish words that are probably not "you want to get some coffee." Okay, this guy is putting off seriously bad vibes. I know he's pissed, but I am Saddle's precious guest. The creepster inched towards me, but then stopped all of a sudden to glance at the ceiling. I followed his gaze and saw the problem. A security camera. Could somebody named Leon be watching it? And then say, amateurs, when the guy destroys the camera? Oh yeah, shuts it off, whatever. Apparently I'm not the only one who thinks that's a possibility. With the distraction over, my heart remembered the imminent danger and returned to panic pumping. The goon glared at me with his weird milky eyes. I instinctively began to scoot away. Why don't you boys pick on someone your own size, That voice. Could it be a troublesome woman? That's a good point, actually. When Leon gets up here, there's no one in the cell, just out of the cell. I guess the implication is that those guys left the cell, but maybe Ada just takes care of them and they're replaced by other goons. A second later, I was staring with somewhat morbid glee at a bloody spout where the creepster's head used to be. And yeah, Adi, it's a little weird to power the camera in the room with the camera. Like, the room where Leon is can just watch through the camera, but not power it. It's bizarre. Also, this music's so good. And there goes the other one. This lady knows how to get it done. Professionals, man. Sorry to leave you with a mess, but don't worry. I'm sure Leon will come for you soon. Wait, who are you? How do you know Leon? I'm with the FBI. But can you keep a secret? Don't tell Leon you saw me. It's safer that way. Yeah, I won't tell him. Immediately. Good girl. You make sure that bodyguard of yours treats you right. He means well, but he's a little dense. Bye now. And she's gone. What a cool lady. I told Dad those diversity initiatives would be good for the Bureau. Wow. The goons did indeed dissolve. When their particles settled, all that remained was the sound of wind playing with the waves. And no, they didn't have the keys on them. Believe me, I checked. With nothing else to do, I returned to the back of the room to let the adrenaline finish flushing through my bloodstream. I had only sat down a minute when exhaustion pulled on my body like an anchor. The prospect of further terrors was barely a hum compared to the siren call of sleep. Leon, please hurry. Good points, Gregory. If those goons didn't have the security keys, how are they going to leave? Anyway, the claw game. Good job, Leon. That's the remake of Resident Evil 2, I guess? Alright. Alright. Jeez. What is this? Is this 6? Wait, am I... Wait, am I controlling it? I don't control this, do I? I don't think I have control over this. Okay. Oh! Ah, my guardian angel. Could he be nearby? As Leon slid up to the door, I immediately heeded the call that emanated from his smoldering gaze. The one that said, "Shut the fuck up." He quickly inspected the lock and recognized that he lacked whatever was needed to open it. He looked back at me and nodded.
Wait.
Oh, Adi, you can name your partner in Dragon's Dogma, and nearly every Resident Evil name is a default option. That's amazing. Waiting. Wow, now there's an idea. Why didn't I think of that? Leon hurriedly turned around and slipped out through a door on the right, presumably in search of a key, or, just as good, a hamburger. I was kind of hoping to cross conjugal visit off my bucket list, but well, guess I'll just engage in the mystic female art known as waiting on a man. I'm still feeling pretty high-strung. You know, I haven't had the opportunity to meditate for a while. I think that's just what I need to bring the temperature down. Self-soothing, here I come. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Yes! You are enjoying a relaxing stay on the taxpayer's dime at a luxurious seaside resort. The ocean's salty musk lingers on your skin like a lover's cologne, and your mind is consumed by the desire for a hot bath. You are surprised, or more accurately delighted, to find your bodyguard already partaking of this pleasure, water glistening in the hard lines of his biceps. And then, the ghost of Luis wanders into your dimensional space. What? Yes. No, this is all wrong. You can't just wear normal clothes. You're supposed to be sexy, goddammit. Sexy! They just slowly pan out. I'll show you sexy. Not a bad save, Leon. Not bad at all. Leon! Maybe it's because it's the only question he asks, but I'm starting to love hearing those two little words.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Hooray! Music to my elephantine ears. She is really sensitive about those. Yay, episode 35. We completed an episode. Episode 35 is called What You Gonna Do When You Get Out of Jail. Just want to say I am so glad I didn't have to spend 20 years chiseling my way out of here with a tiny pickaxe. I mean, what Bibles would I even hide it in? Ho ho ho! Anyway, this is a good stopping point. We just completed a chapter. Do we have what it takes to escape and then run directly into Iron Maidens and absolutely freak out? But in any case, this is where I'm going to stop for now. But thank you very much for watching the stream, and have a wonderful night.